Hello everyone, my name is Red, and welcome to something a little special. I mentioned it once before, and you can probably tell that something's up by the lava flowing steadily into the void beneath me and everything else. But this is the Wormhole SMP data pack that I have finished after 4 days straight of working on it and going a little loopy near the end, but it's done! And now I plan to give you a quick little sneak peek into everything it has to offer before it goes live. So let's have a look. Let's start with the one we're in right now. This is a custom dimension, the first of a few, and it is known as Don't Fall. It is a returning favorite. I think I mentioned it before in one of my older custom dimension videos. But it is back, and it is now more dangerous than ever. As you can tell, there's something a little bit off about this whole place. Basically, the whole deal is it's any like snowy mountain style biome and the void. That was the request. I may have goofed a couple of things, so I compensated for the lack of terrain features by just turning some mountains into ice, some into deep slate, some into dirt, some into powdered snow, and a couple other things here and there. And it's even more dangerous than last time. And I hope that you stay true to the name if you play here, because you'd best not fall. It means death. Like, this is the last thing you see. Now, have you ever wanted to live inside a can of Heinz beans? Of course you have. Who hasn't? That's a stupid question. Because now you can. And it's a little bit... It's chugging a bit, but I assure you, this is beans all the way. It is a dimension composed entirely of shroomlight and lava. It's a can of beans. And interestingly, in order to try and make this dimension, like, you know, run better, I decreased the height limit on generating blocks back to 255 like before. But the cave carvers still cut through the bedrock, and I don't know what I did wrong or if this is the thing that happens, but if someone could explain this one to me, I would greatly appreciate it. Next up, we have ourselves a world that is entirely submerged, or at least as entirely as I could get it. And it's called Atlantis, or... yeah, I'll go with Atlantis. It's the best I got. I've just got little shorthand names for these places. But basically, it is any ocean biome and also beaches, but the sea level in this place is like at 90 feet. It is very high, and the world is submerged. So, if you feel like going sailing, looking for treasure, or anything really, this is the place to do it. Okay, next up we have ourselves a place I have dubbed the Shatterstone Belt, and that is a bit of a mouthful. And it's pretty much just a way to try and stick a cool name on the first test of custom biomes I did for 1.18. And as you can see, I kind of flubbed a lot of things, but I thought it looked super neat, so I've just jammed a few different biomes in here. There's plains for regular ore generation, and there's also badlands for gold, and I think it was like stony peaks for emeralds, so if you ever want to get the higher Y-level ore rates, this is probably the place to go to pick at that. And there's even coal. I don't know why, but every time I've played survival in 1.18, I cannot find enough coal to sustain me. But this place is just a mess the whole way through. It is completely shattered and twisted. You can't even call this caves at this point. It's just a mess. This is more akin to the Dropper than like a survival world. But I love it. It looks very interesting, so I'm keeping it around. Okay, next up we have ourselves another, like, mega/amplified type of world, and this one's called Zendikar. I think I've mentioned this one in the past, too. It's another returning favorite. The name is shamelessly ripped from Magic the Gathering because I cannot come up with a better name on my own, as I am not original enough to do that. But it's just a bunch of different, like, you know, out there in tropical biomes, or hot or cold, or just extremes, biomes of different extremes thrown together and stuck in like an amplified, but like tweaked amplified world. Man, I cannot wait to see this stuff try to load on a server. This is gonna be it's gonna be a time, I'm sure. But here, let me also hop over to a different set of biomes in here to show you the full effect. Okay, here we go. One of my absolute favorite junctions: ice spikes, overworld basalt deltas, and an above-ground lush caves biome near a warm ocean. This is what I like this place for. Oh baby. Yeah. This place doesn't make a lot of sense, but it doesn't have to because it looks very cool. Okay, had ourselves a minor problem with the moon. Turns out it generates snow. I'll have to fix that before this pack actually comes out. So, look at that. Made a little discovery. But this is the moon. It doesn't have it yet, but I'll bring back the gimmick with the jump boost so that, you've got low gravity whenever you're on the moon. It's, hopping around. And I know it's not technically, like, a different dimension by any means, but I've probably got some way of, like, explaining it away, like, oh, this isn't our moon. This is just a very moon-like, I don't know. If that needs justification, I'll justify it somehow. But just look at these craters. Look at this jagged mess of terrain. Ooh, yes. Look at these random pillars of quartz I forgot to remove and I'm gonna keep around. This place is very iron-rich with hints of copper, I believe, and also diorite and andesite. So, something to keep in mind if you want to go iron mining here, I guess. But, the moon. And welcome to what I have no better name for than the Color World. It is a world with 7 different custom biomes that each do funky stuff that correspond to their colors. There's the blue marsh where it's like everything's blue and iced over, and I don't know, that's just kind of what I was going for. There's the yellow fields, was it? Yellow plains. It's got sunflowers everywhere, higher gold rates just like Badlands, and apparently even a pink sheep. That's pretty neat. And then I have the purple fields over there. I've got red wastes, the orange savannas, green jungles, which are my favorite, and the black peaks. So I've got 7 biomes near, so that's 6 colors of the rainbow, and also absence of color. And I'm not going to show you what all of them do, actually, because I feel like that would spoil too many surprises I have in store. So I'm going to leave this one a bit of a mystery, but it is the Color World. But that about does it for my little sneak peek for you here. I know it's not much, but it's just hints of what's to come very soon. I'm very excited about this. It took me... Well, it didn't take me that long to make it, but it was 4 days straight of just nothing but data pack. This is the 93rd iteration of the world, and I'm going to have to make a 94th now that I realize there's snow on the moon. Expect this to start very soon. I am very excited. But, in the meantime, my name's Red. This has been a sneak peek of the Wormhole SMP, and I will catch you in whatever comes next. See you later.